Guys, it's nearly the end of 2022, and what a hell of a year we've had. In just a few months' time, in March 2023, this channel will be 3 years old. This channel can basically walk and talk now. A channel whose first words were pretty much... Hello! Welcome to Brain Spill, the laziest show on the internet. My name is Tank, and this is it, the end of the year, the New Year's Roundup video. And like I said, what a year it's been. And for those of you that may be new that don't know what these videos are, this is basically me just talking pretty much off script about anything that I want to, mainly about things that have happened with the channel in the past year, how we've been going, and where we're going in the next year coming. So for those people that are particularly interested in the channel, then stick around. And for those of you that have been with the channel for some time now, you know the drill already, the original OGs of the channel. First and foremost, know that for a New Year video, of course, we have to get ourselves a little drink. And for this year, we have to get this specifically nondescript beer, which anybody that knows beer knows exactly what it is, but I'm not going to tell you what it is because they aren't paying me to promote them. So, sorry, Cask Puppy. Yes, as some of you may recall from last year's video, the 2021 look back video, we looked at pretty much where the channel was, and I set myself some goals for the year coming. And that year has now come and gone. So let's go back and figure out what exactly I said, and see whether I've been truthful to the goals I set myself. And the only way I'm going to stick by them is if I make them public, because if I don't, then there's no way I would stick to them. And first and foremost, just looking back at some of the channels from the previous year compared to now, oh my god, those videos look like an 80s music video. The contrast is everywhere. So, as you may have noticed, the quality has somewhat improved. I've managed to re-evaluate the video settings a little bit to try and make things look a little bit more visually appealing to look at. I mean, I can't do much about this, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. As far as achievements with the channel are concerned, I promised myself that I would maintain my 2 uploads a week, to which I'm happy to say I've kept that promise and not missed an upload. Ever. 2 videos a week on the dot without fail. Guys, I really need a holiday. Like, really need a holiday. But there's no rest for the wicked. This, of course, was the first of the 3 goals I set in mind, and was by far probably the most important, because if I didn't stick to the schedule, then I would have some bigger issues to worry about with handling the channel on a day-to-day basis. Not gonna lie, there was one time where things got a little bit dicey, mainly due to the fact that I was so busy that I just didn't have time to make videos, but I made it happen. I uploaded on time and made sure that we stuck to the schedule. And that is something that I can say that I'm quite proud of. When you're dealing with all that and a full-time job at the same time, I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back. My second goal was to try and be a little bit more active on my social media channels. It's not really something to measure, but I feel like TikTok in particular, I've started to be a lot more active on there, trying to make some original content and also really pushing this short form video engagement type. So, balancing Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, it's all just a whole big amalgamation of many different social media platforms to try and stay active on and trying to maintain. There were parts in the year, particularly when I've been doing something quite interesting, where I've been fairly active, but then when I'm basically back home doing my day-to-day, I just kind of forget. It's just something that just kind of passes me by, and I feel like that this was partly achieved. This is something that I think I need to really drill down on, and for people that do decide to follow me on these platforms, I want to make it worth your while. And in particular, I want to have some original content on every single platform to give you guys a reason to follow every single one. Wink wink. And the third goal was to get a much better costume for Halloween this year. And I plundered the high seas and got myself a pirate costume for that video, and not gonna lie, I think it was a little bit better than last year's attempt. It was at the very least some effort, so I'm gonna give myself props for that as well. The other big improvement which I wanted to change for a long time now was a step up in the visuals. So we got new assets, we got new transitions, title cards, banners, and of course my personal favourite, the amazing logo for the channel, which honestly looks incredible. All thanks to Innie, great artist. I'll leave her links for her socials down in the description. Now, onto the biggie, the one that I know that everybody's been itching to hear. And when I say everybody, I mean just me, because this is my channel talking about. We're going to look back at where we were last year, where we are this year in regards to the growth of the channel. That's right, the driving of the performance on this channel and my progress on this platform. Last year we had 744 subscribers at the end of 2021, with making some fairly big steps since then, as at the end of this year, at the time of this being filmed, in December, we weighed in at approximately 1,260 subs. Jeez, we hit that 1k figure and then just ran with it. You guys, particularly the subscribers, are doing some big moves over there. That's right, into the 4-digit club. Social Blade even ranks the channel in the UK as the 3,640th channel, which, you know what, I'll take that. As far as channel views are concerned, last year we hit 62,313 channel views, which is pretty good. And safe to say, we got a bigger number this year than last year, because that's how time works. That's right, in 12 months we have more than doubled the channel views, which, at the time of recording this, we've reached 133,882 views. So that's a bigger number than last year, I'll tell you that. Look, that's great and all, but one thing that I promised myself when I first made this channel was that I was going to be brutally honest with my audience and tell you exactly how I feel. And yes, whilst it's good that we've managed to get so many views in this time, it's easy to put on a mask and just say that that's brilliant and that's fantastic and that's everything I've ever wanted. But honestly, it's hard when you mentally in your head set yourself a goal and then feel like you've not reached it. It's just one of those things, and it's nothing to do with subs or anything like that. It's more so about getting consistent viewers to come back to the videos, people that are engaged with the content, people that love the channel, and that is something that I really need to work on. It's been a bit of a disappointing thing. It's entirely my fault that I've not done enough to make that happen, and I'll certainly be making steps in the future to try and address that problem, because I really want to build something here, and you know, coming up to the 3-year mark, I've got big aspirations and I really want to push this as far as I can. So yes, whilst I can say I'm all happy with where I'm at, I just want to take it further. I want more. I want to make this bigger than I could ever imagine. Okay, so as far as 2023 is concerned, those goals need to be big. I feel like I need to really push this as far as I can. And honestly, the goals I set last year, I think I largely achieved. So this year, we're going to have to mix things up a little bit. I would say that I want to maintain the upload schedule, and yes, whilst that's still a goal, it's not something new. It's just me carrying on the same thing I've always been doing. Now, I know that there's going to be some changes in my personal life in the next few months that might make that difficult, so I will try my best, but we will see. In any event, I'm going to keep you guys updated with all that, so hopefully I'll try and keep some sort of consistent schedule. And I'd hope that that's just sort of a given at this point. You guys know that there's going to be a steady flow of content, and I'm going to keep making it for you. So yes, number one, as well as my socials, I want to build this community. The Brainspill community, you guys out there. I want to see more of you guys. I want to talk to you. I want to engage with whatever the hell we're talking about. So I'm going to take steps to try and address that and do something that I've never done before on the channel. Almost build like a second base, a home for anybody that wants to talk to fellow people of the channel who want to just shoot the shit and just generally chill and hang out. So I might make something of that sort, perhaps a Reddit or a Discord or something. If you guys have got any preferences, let me know down in the comments below. So yeah, we'll see what happens, and look out for an announcement in due course, because when I get my act together, I will get something put in place for all of you. Okay, number two is editing. I know for a fact there's been a number of videos where for some odd reason there is some editing error, or perhaps something that glitches out when the video renders. I've got an inkling as to what's causing it, but it's just trying to put that into place. So I'm going to try and make changes to put my finger on these things and try and stop it in the future. The real big problem with this is that a lot of these things tend to normally only come up once the video is rendered, so it's quite a laborious task to go back and make those changes once it's rendered. But like I said, I'm going to take steps to try and address this and make the videos as high quality as possible. And third and foremost, something which I mentioned earlier, and it's kind of linked to the first one, is that I want to be much more active on my socials, more so than I have in the previous year. I want to build on that last goal and try and set myself some sort of consistency, some sort of schedule. I don't want you to follow my Instagram only to get a few photos every month or two. I want to make this something a bit more consistent. So much so that the consistency needs to keep going. We need to keep this train rolling, and my word, I'm going to try push this as far as I can. 2023, there are big things coming, and not going to lie, this set might not be here for too much longer for reasons I will explain at the time, but there we are. So yeah, if you guys have got any New Year's resolutions yourselves, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say and to give you some words of encouragement. But thank you so much for everybody that's been watching, for people that have stuck around for all this time, and particularly the people that keep coming back for more Brain Spill. So, as the chapter of 2022 closes, we're going to move forward to the brighter days of 2023. Because my God, I'm going to make it bigger and better than it's ever been before. If you guys like that video, here's another one just like it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Fantastic.